Okay, I believe I'm back on the air now. I honestly have no idea why it does that, but I think I fixed it, weirdly enough. Wow, yeah, that was horrible. Horrible way to get back into it. Whatever. Not as bad as the time that I threw in overtime and it ended in a tie when I could have easily kicked a field goal and won the game. Anyways, let's get back into this game. I already did the intro, but if for some reason it cuts it off, we're talking Pro League action. Spartans are the home team. Chargers are the away team. Let's get it started. Chargers go up the gut to LaDainian Tomlinson, their workhorse. We've seen some good flashes from him in the first 3 games of the season, but he hasn't had any big games. Second and 7 coming up. Rivers takes the snap. They play fake, throw right, and that's an 8-yard completion to Antonio Gates, and that moves the chains. Here's one more look at it. Runs the out route. It's a solid catch. Hang on through the tackle, through the contact. First and 10 Chargers. And Rivers is going to throw. This one is incomplete. Left side of the field. I think that was intended for Vincent Jackson. Let's see what happened. Oh, no. Great defensive play there by number 29. Tyree Coleman. Not going to lie. I do not know who that is. He could have picked it off. Did drop a pick, but at least he got the deflection. Here's this next play, and it's another completion to Antonio Gates. Move the chains. Another throw. Here it is. Rivers has good protection. That's an easy completion. Easy catch for Gates. Gates has them solid hands across the middle. First and 10. Already across midfield. They run it, and Tomlinson, nice gain of 8. The hole opened up on the right side of the line off the counter run. And solid pickup. So second and very manageable coming up from the 41-yard line. They run it again, and spinning to the first down, Tomlinson, a 4-yard gain. That spin had some speed on it. He really just wanted to move those chains. It's a good thing if the computer-controlled team can move the chains on second down. When they get to third down, they're usually not all that good. Not really too sure why. Either way, they picked up the first. Now they're throwing. Rolls right, throws middle. It's a completion. I think that's Gates. Yes. Antonio Gates with his 3rd grab on the drive. This one for 23 yards, and they're inside the red zone down at the 14. Here's one more look at this. The pass protection was great. And it's just zone coverage. Just get behind that linebacker, and it's easy. Easy completion once he got behind the linebacker. First down Chargers. I said to start this game out, the Chargers are 1-2 to start the season, but I have a feeling this is going to be their bounce back game, even though the Spartans are 2-1. They toss at Tomlinson, and he goes down quickly, only gaining a yard. So there's a little bit of run defense. I think Planty, yeah, number 55, Planty, in on the tackle. Motion from Gates. Under center, here's the snap. It's a handoff, and Tomlinson hit quickly. He does gain 3. Now they're looking at 3rd and 5. There it is one more time. They go counter. Blocking was decent, but whoever number 47 is, oh, that's Major. Major is a safety. I remember that. This is one of the teams I don't know all the players, as well as some other teams like the Spartans. I don't know why. Anyways, third down play, they run it, and Tomlinson's got it, and the touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson with a 10-yard run on 3rd and 5, and gets them 6. So they do score on their opening possession. They had that third down, and 3rd and 5, you're kind of expecting a throw here. Basically, just throw it and try to get the touchdown through the air, but they did it the traditional way. Got it done on the ground. Here's a replay. They go counter. The blocking is great, and he spins and broke through 2 tacklers. That always helps. Spins and hits the hole perfectly. Still has to break off Planty, and I think his name's McLean. Yep, Planty and McLean, the linebacker in the corner. He drags McLean into the end zone. Well into the end zone, though. Scores the touchdown, and they will take a 7-0 lead. And extra point up, good. So now it's official. 7-0 is the score. The Chargers scoring on their opening drive here in this PBL game. Carson Waxworth, the Spartans quarterback, is back to return this kick. He returns it right at the 1-yard line, and that's not something you want to see from your quarterback, taking a hit like that. But he is the most athletic player on this team, so that's something they're willing to risk. After multiple injuries at the running back position, Jack Leary, starting halfback for the Spartans, and here he is on the ground, a gain of only 1. Their starting halfback, Tim Tuchek, I don't believe that he has played a single game this season due to injury, but I think they're expecting him to return next week. That'll be a big boost for this team, who is already not doing that bad this season, sitting at 2-1. Here's the 2nd and 9 play. Waxworth with a little time hits Leary. Oh, Jack Leary. Some nice moves, and he only ends up gaining a yard. He just didn't have... He had the wiggles. He had the wiggles. He was able to make the defenders miss. He just didn't have the speed to get away from this defense. This defense, especially the secondary, the Chargers secondary, I'm telling you right now, those are some fast guys. They fly to the ball. 3rd and 8 already. Waxworth throws right side. It should have been complete, but Faraday dropped it. That looked like a touchdown. He had one-on-one with a safety, and that was Eric Weddle, and Weddle missed. Look at this one more time. Faraday gets behind the corner. Great throw. He barely got him on the knee. He should not have dropped this ball. Very disappointing play, because that was probably a touchdown. Instead, they have to punt. And Blue out to punt this one away. Darren Sproles is back to return this punt. And he breaks a tackle, heads to the outside, gets wrapped up. Does cross the 50, though, so really good field position to start here. Around the 47-yard line. Phillip Rivers, play fake, throwing right. And it's caught, but he's out of bounds. Keenan Allen, after week 1, he held the record for most receiving yards in a game. And that one looked like it could have been a catch, but they said he didn't get both feet down. Anyways, he had the record for most receiving yards and touchdowns in a game after week 1, but I think he still holds the record, actually, Pro League record. 2nd down play, incompleted pass to the left side. So now looking at 3rd and 10, they tried to go back to Allen. It kind of went right through his hands. So Phillip Rivers, 6 passes, only 3 completions, and all 3 of them to Antonio Gates. I think you got to go to Gates here. They don't move the chains. He tried to throw to the slot receiver, Williams, and the pass falls incomplete. So looking at a 4th down now, they will punt this one away. Started with good field position and didn't move the ball a single inch. Nearing the 2-minute mark in the first quarter, sorry. Here's the punt. And Waxworth takes another hit. First and 10 from the 17, so a long way to go for the Toronto Spartans. And quickly wrapped up in the backfield by Joey Bosa. The left end. He flew. He didn't come off the edge. He came on the inside. That was the guard, actually. He came in between the guard and the center, but he's normally lining up at D end. Anyways, nice play there. Negative -1 yard run. Now looking at 2nd and 11. Waxworth is going to run this one. And no, he doesn't get anything. Loses 2, gets sacked by Quentin Jammer. Wasn't a bad decision. It was man coverage, a bunch of crossing routes going to the other side of the field. But I told you earlier, this defense has nothing but speed. Now they're looking at 3rd and 14. Throws it to the check down Faraday. Faraday stumbles and doesn't get it. He does get 12. That's close. It's Jason Faraday. Just throws it to the check down, plays it safe, and Faraday makes a few guys miss. But not able to stay on his feet, and they will punt the ball away. Another one of Blues' not so good punts. And they'll start near midfield again. You got to believe that with the firepower that this Chargers offense has, them going 3 and out, not getting a single yard last possession, had to have been a fluke, right? Here they go to Tomlinson, and he goes nowhere. So maybe they keep up the trend. I don't know. Here comes the 2nd down play. Snap. They run. That's a receiver, Williams, and I think he got the first. He did. No, that's Benjamin. Sorry, Travis Benjamin. They went counter run to a receiver, and I don't think he made a single move. I don't think he had to. They didn't give us the best angle here. We'll look at this one more time. Here it is, Benjamin backfield, and wow, just great blocking. Good patience. Oh, wait a minute. He put Major down. Major did take a bad angle, but he paid. So a really nice run there on the ground for Travis Benjamin, and they moved the chains. It's an unorthodox way to get a first down. Now they're going to run the same play, but this time for an actual running back. And it's Sproles. That's his first touch out of the backfield. Goes nowhere. He tried to slip that left side. There was somewhat of an opening, but not too much going on. 2nd and 10. Rivers takes the snap. He's looking, throws quickly on the curl route. Keenan Allen makes a defender miss, breaks a tackle. He's headed end zone, and it's another touchdown. Chargers extend the lead to 2 touchdowns. 2-possession lead now, and after this extra point, they should be up 14-0 in the early outings of an away game. And what a play here from Keenan Allen. Makes 2 guys miss with 1 juke, breaks a tackle, fights his way into the end zone. Took 4. He went through or around 4 defenders for this touchdown. Here's another look at it. It's a simple route. Good route against zone coverage. Just run that curl. Hold on. Actually, before we go any further, I want to talk about, look at Phillip Rivers. Put this in a great spot because there is a linebacker underneath this ball. He threw it behind the linebacker. That's great. Anyways, the juke breaks the tackle, slips the defender, and then fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown Chargers. Keenan Allen making it look easy. And we're looking at a 14-0 lead after this extra point. Nate Keating knocks the extra point through, and it's official. 14-0 in the first quarter of an away game for the Chargers. You got to think that the Spartans will be able to score, right? I think they'll be able to score. And not a bad return there from Waxworth. A little slow to get up, but you got to run that offense. 1st and 10 from the 24. Leary, not a bad run there, 5 yards. The blocking was good. And actually, I was really impressed with that play from the Spartans because the Chargers had a lot of people in the box right there. Good run, 2nd and 5. And Waxworth throws this one up, and what a catch by Jason Faraday. Through contact, 26 yards. They don't want to show us a replay because it's a 2-minute warning hit. I'll show you the replay. I want to clarify there was a mistake made. Faraday was supposed to come back to the ball. Look at all this open field. But instead he's like, no, I'm just going to run right into the defense. They only had 3 people covering. They were all playing safety. And he got hit by 2 of them and still hung on to the football. That's a hell of a catch right there. Yeah, that ball should have came out. He made up for the drop earlier. I mean, that drop cost him a touchdown, so maybe he didn't make up, but it's good to see him catching those tough passes, and that moves the chain, gets him across midfield. And here's the first down play. Leary, another gain of another decent gain, giving him 4. Simple running, just running up the middle. Nice play there. 2nd and 6 coming up. Leary again, and no dice this time. Goes nowhere. And apparently we're looking at 3rd and 7, even though that said no gain. So yeah, here it comes, 3rd and 7. Waxworth takes the snap. He's going to run with it. Might have been a mistake. Oh no, he got the first. He put his head down, picked up the first down with his legs. He is a probably top 2 scrambler in the league. He got slammed down hard, taken to punishment, but a nice run there by the QB Waxworth to pick up the first down. He's a big reason why they're 2-1. First down play, they hand it back to Jack Leary, and he only gains a yard. So sitting at 6 carries, 10 yards early on in this game. Maybe you want to go to the pass more if this continues to not work out for them, especially being down. Here's the 2nd and 9 play. Waxworth throws right. Nice throw. McQuinn almost sheds tackles. Actually shed 2 of them. Almost shed that last one. Doesn't score, but does get inside the 5. Nice 28-yard gain to Sean McQuinn. He dropped 2 defenders there. Eric Weddle saving the touchdown. Showing off the speed. Now they're down at the 4. The D-line all over this play. They looked like they were, and they were. They clamped it up. No gain. I thought he was going to score. From what I saw, there was a pretty solid opening in the line, but he just failed to get through it. I guess it wasn't big enough. Looked like he kind of rolled his ankle. A little nasty there, but not going to worry about it. Let's go ahead And move on to the second down play. What a hit. I think that's Verrett that came off the edge. Oh my God. Yes, Jason Verrett saves this touchdown, but he didn't just save the touchdown. He murdered Jack Leary. He speared him in the chest. Look at that hit. That's crazy. He had a touchdown. The only person not blocked on that play was Verrett. So here comes 3rd and goal. Waxworth tries to go to the outside with the run. Didn't even give the pass a chance. And he pays for it. Takes a sack from Perriman. And they're going to have to settle for 3 here. He has some speed, and normally he has a lot more speed than these defenders, but I don't know. He looks slow today. I don't know if it's just because he's having an off day or if this defense is just so fast that it makes him look slow. Not sure. Either way, the 3 points is good. Roger Colstein, I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly, knocks down the field goal, and they cut into the lead a little bit, but with the way the Chargers offense is moving, I think they need to, I think they're going to have to score touchdowns to stay in this game. They kick it back off. Sproles is returning, and he gets to around the 30. So, great return by Sproles. With a lot of time left in the second quarter, I think it'd be really hard. It's going to be really hard for them to stop these Chargers, especially with the momentum they have going. Rivers, play fake, gets rid of this one. He sensed that pressure. Hey, if they can do that, make Phillip Rivers feel that pressure, they could get a stop here. Let's see what they do on second down. Rivers takes a snap again. Another play fake. Pressure coming again. One-on-one left side. Oh, that's a catch. That's a big catch. Looks like it's going all the way. Touchdown. 69-yard touchdown to Vincent Jackson. I said they need to get pressure on him, or if they can get pressure on him, they might get a stop. And so they send a blitz. I guess they heard me, and Phillip Rivers says, oh, a blitz? Thanks. That just means man coverage, which just means a touchdown. Look at this. This is tough cover. They have some of the best, if not the best receivers, like the best receiving core all around in the league. It's one-on-one coverage against the second string corner. And I mean, look, he did his best. He tried to make a play on that ball. He got close. He honestly could have, but he's just not a skilled enough corner. And as soon as you let that pass through to Jackson, that's a GG. Touchdown Chargers. 69-yard bomb from Phillip Rivers to Vincent Jackson. So now looking at a 21-3 game. Extra point up. It's good. As Nate Keating knocks it through. So they score in 2 plays. And now the Spartans, I think they really need to score a touchdown on this drive. And he did cross the 20, which is good. Because he did take it out of the end zone. Oh, I guess I should give Nate Keating a mention. He does have the most powerful leg in the pro league right now. That's why his kicks go to the end zone. Almost no kickers' kicks go to the end zone in the pro league. Anyways, let's go ahead and get to this Spartans possession. They hand it off to the second string back, Carladay, on a counter. He gains 1. Tried to go against the grain there, and it looked like it would have worked out. He just didn't really have the athleticism to make anything out of that play. A lot of bodies dropping. 2nd and 9. Waxworth takes the snap. Throws this one to his receiver, Faraday. Faraday makes 2 defenders miss. Faraday down the sideline. Headed for the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. I've been calling him Jason. His name's Jordan Faraday. They do have a Jason Faraday somewhere in one of these leagues. He's either on this team or a D-League team. I'm not sure. But this is Jordan Faraday with a huge touchdown in a home game. And we're going into the half. I mean, there's still a lot of second quarter to go. But they really needed that touchdown there because they have not been able to stop this Chargers team. Here's a look at it again. It's a slant route against zone, so he's basically wide open because they have no one in the middle. Makes the catch, and then look at this juke. He juked out 3 people. Give it to you slow. 3 defenders, 1 juke. And then one-on-one with Antonio Cromartie. Takes his ankles as well. Everyone else, he dropped all the DBs, so it's a bunch of linebackers chasing him. Joey Bosa, actually, that's a D-end, number 99 behind him right there. Decent speed there from that D-end. But anyways, touchdown Spartans, and they make this game a lot more interesting. Well, not a lot more, but definitely more interesting than it was before. It was looking like it was going to be a blowout. Extra point is up. It's good. Cole Stein knocks it through. Or Cole Steen. What did I say earlier? I don't know. Cole Steen sounds cooler. It is my league. Whatever. Anyways, 21-10 is your score. Spartans are down at home to the Chargers, who they have a better record than, but some broken tackles from Sproles. Fancy return. Does get it to about the 34. They scored in 2 plays with a 69-yard bomb last possession. And still a lot of time left on the clock. They fake the counter. They throw it quickly right side. Oh my God. And he doesn't score, but 55 yards to Keenan Allen. They drop another bomb. What is happening with the defense? Did you see that defender just fall down? Not sure. He trucks a defender. Actually, he stiff-armed that defender and then ended up tripping over him. We'll watch this one more time. So if he runs a corner here, this is actually a pretty solid play. Like, when I see the team I'm using, no, he just runs a streak. I'm not really sure. There's double coverage, one over the top and underneath. This isn't a great throw. The linebacker can't make a play. And then look at that DB. What are you doing? He's crumbling. That's Major, the safety. He's crumbling under the pressure. He just falls down. What are you doing? And then I don't know why he didn't try to just go to the end zone. He tries to take an angle on this guy, and it actually worked. He tripped. But give Costin the touchdown save. Now they're looking at 1st and 10 from the 11 after that bomb. And Rivers looking to throw, goes end zone, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Roger Costin. Oh, no, not Roger. I'm just assuming his name was Roger. I honestly don't know what his first name is. Starts with an H. Anyways, horribly dumb throw. Well, wasn't horrible. He just put it in a bad spot. And Costin, he's the one who tackled Keenan Allen to save the touchdown. Now he's saving another touchdown and giving his offense a possession. Here it is again. I'm not even sure why he was in that zone, but a great read on this play. I mean, Phillip Rivers put way too much air under this ball. He adjusts, jumps in front of Gates perfectly, picks it off in the end zone. That's pretty clutch. I mean, I know it's still the first half, but that's clutch in terms of helping your team. Because if you give up another touchdown there, you're digging yourself an even bigger hole for the second half. So with 2:11 left, they'll take over from, I think, like inside the 5, or on the 5. They run it Leary, and he gains 1. 2nd and 9 now coming up right before the 2-minute warning. They do get the snap off. And he throws to Faraday, who scored the big touchdown earlier, but he can't hang on as he got hit as that ball came to him. So 3rd and 9. Big play coming up here, especially with how deep they are in their own territory. He throws this one up and incomplete. Nice play by that secondary. That safety help over the top. This is a good throw in terms of like man-on-man coverage. But with that safety help, that was going to be a really tough catch. And I think Jordan Faraday he's played great so far. The huge touchdown, along with a really solid grab earlier through contact. But I think he's probably done. like making those huge plays. He's not that super big time player making super big time plays all the time. They're going to have to spread it around. Waxworth will probably have to do some things with his legs too. I'm just trying to be honest. Sproles runs it for 2 yards on first down. The Chargers now looking at 2nd and 8. The Chargers call a timeout. And still 146. I don't think they need timeouts, but whatever. Rivers drops back shotgun, play fake, pressure's coming, end zone. It's another touchdown to Vincent Jackson. They are destroying this man-on-man coverage. Vincent Jackson has only got 2 catches in this game, both of them Hail Mary touchdowns in one-on-one coverage. What are you doing? This defense isn't going to cut it. Oh, I don't know why I'm here. Here it is. Vincent Jackson, look at it. Just runs a streak. Ball's thrown up. Boom, easy. Here it is in slow-mo. He's just too fast. Too much speed and strength. He did bump him to get by him. Easy touchdown. They're scoring extremely quickly. 28-10 is your score after the extra point. Nate Keating knocks it through. 141 left in this first half. Now can the Spartans retaliate? They keep giving up these big plays. They got to get some of their own. And Waxworth doesn't even cross the 20. Oh, he gets to the 20, just doesn't cross it. Here's the 1st and 10 play. Waxworth gets eaten up. Sean Phillips, I think his name's Sean Phillips, breaks into the backfield with the sack. He was looking around, didn't see anything he liked, and then tried to run. But like I said earlier, I don't really think his game on the ground, his run game has, I mean, he did run for a first down earlier, but other than that, he hasn't been running all that well this game. He goes up top and dropped. That looked like a potential touchdown play. It was a tough catch. I think that's Malik Hooker on the coverage. But if he hangs on to that ball, he could go the distance. 3rd and 23. The near impossible. Waxworth. Throws it to a receiver coming back to the ball, and he was wide open. But Waxworth underthrew him. Nice discipline from Waxworth. We don't normally see that on the 3rd and long plays. And look, he's in his own end zone. But he just waits for this receiver to get open, and he's wide open. That's Jordan Faraday, but Waxworth is off target. He's too short on the throw, and now they're punting. That is the one flaw about the pure athletic build at quarterback, is they do sometimes, or more often than not actually, they throw inaccurate passes. Sometimes the receivers are athletic enough and skilled enough they can get to the ball and still make a play on it, but sometimes that happens where they're just so far off the receiver doesn't have a chance. Anyways, there's a 3-yard run from Tomlinson to start out the Chargers drive, and I bet they call it timeout. Yep, timeout Chargers. Inside the 24, after a god-awful punt and then that 3-yard run, they're going to run it again, this time to Sproles. He ran into his own blocker, fell down immediately. 3rd and 7. Final timeout called by the Chargers. Now they come out with 5 wide. Here's a throw and incomplete. Phillip Rivers already has 231 yards here in this first half. I'm not sure exactly what the record is, but he could set the record or break it. I don't think he owns it. I think he did, and then it got broken. But either way, 4th and 7, 46 seconds left in the half. They're going to kick a field goal. And of course, Nate Keating, I think he's the best kicker in the league. Just personal opinion, knocks it through from 45. That's an easy shot. Easy field goal for Keating. And they extend the lead by 3 more points. And here's the kickoff. Waxworth once again not able to do anything with these returns. And looking at 31-10, that's the deficit right now. Waxworth, no one's helping him out. And gets sacked by Phillips. That's his second sack. He saw someone down the field, I guess. But he had to load up for this throw. And he goes down. So the Spartans not calling a timeout. But they do line up quickly and just snap this ball. Leary fumbles in the end zone. Recovered by, oh my God, recovered by the Chargers. Brandon Mebane was on the recovery. So they were trying to play this conservative, right? They're trying to run the ball, run the clock out, and get to the next half. And what happens? Phillips, who already has 2 sacks, forces a fumble. It flies into the end zone, and the D-tackle, Brandon Mebane, jumps on the ball to get, I think, the Chargers' first defensive touchdown of the season. So here it is again. They just try to play conservative, hand it to Jack Leary. He tries to juke inside, and I mean, I don't think that ball even got popped out. I think he got kind of hit by, oh no, that's Perriman. Sorry, I referenced the wrong name. Perriman forces that fumble, and Mebane all over it. Defensive touchdown for Mebane, and the Chargers extend their lead to 28, but they're about to go up 38-10. In the first half. It's still the first half. That's the crazy part. Okay, so at this point, the Chargers are on pace to win 74-20. Did I do that math right? 76. 76-20. That's ridiculous. Let's try not to fumble in the end zone again this time, guys, all right? Waxworth, not bad right there. Looked like he almost had an opening. And then Eric Weddle comes through and ruins your plans. 1st and 10 from the 20. They can't do much worse than last possession. They go screen. Not a bad idea. Making some defenders miss. Does get 6 yards. I mean, the play looked nice. But Jack Leary is he's no Tim Tuchek. And he's actually the 3rd string. He's in it 1st string right now because their 1st and 2nd string halfback are down with injury. They call a timeout after that play because why not? They have had some success throwing the ball. 2nd and 4, you got to expect a pass of some sort. He goes up top, and no sir. Jordan Faraday, double coverage. Not catching that one, and we're headed to the half. The score, 38-10. A complete blowout. Chargers versus Spartans. Here's the team stats. If you want, pause the stream or video, depending on when you're watching this. Go ahead, just pause it. Check these out if you want. We're not going to worry about the player stats right now. We'll look at those at the end of the game. Let's go ahead and start this second half off. Here's Nate Keating with the kickoff. Waxworth going to return this one. And wrapped up again. So many kick returns because they're giving up so many scores. And Waxworth not able to do much with any of them. Checks down to his running back again, and he's going to lose 2 yards. Probably shouldn't continue to throw it to your halfback when your halfback is, honestly, Jack Leary being that 3rd string in at 1st string. He's not that fast at all. He's actually one of the slowest players on the team. Just being honest with you. Waxworth takes the snap, throws this one up, and Faraday breaks into the open again. Juking more defenders. Headed for the end zone. He wants 6. He's got it. 81-yard touchdown. They're still getting annihilated, but it doesn't matter. What a play from Jordan Faraday. Wow, this is just a prayer. Waxworth's passing numbers are looking really great in this game. And Eric Weddle totally missed that tackle. Now, Jordan Faraday, not the fastest receiver, but man, his run after catch ability was looking great on this play. Let's look at it one more time. Just throw it up over the top. And yeah, great placement. Put it over the corner. Nice catch. So that placement was good. Now, Weddle has to make this play. He's been making good plays today, but right there, misses and gives up the big play. And after that, I mean, Faraday still showing off the shiftiness. Look at that. Made the defenders run into each other. Even got the goal line dive at the end of it. Kept his feet in bounds. Sticks the ball out and everything. Beautiful touchdown by the Spartans. Doing everything they can to stay in this game. This extremely fast-paced game. But as of right now, still down pretty big. So after the 81-yard bomb from Waxworth to Faraday, Colstein to kick this one off. Sproles takes this one across the 30 yet again to between the 34 and 33 yard line. Here's the first down play for the Chargers. They run it. It's a stretch. Juked back inside. Tomlinson going to get a first down, 10 yards. With the lead they have, I'm surprised they're not continuing to, or they're not trying to get back into the run game. But I mean, the pass game is dominating, so I guess why not continue? Great run there. Good job to finish that run. Put his head down, ran through 2 defenders. 1st and 10 now after the really nice run. Rivers takes a snap, just throws it to Tomlinson out of the backfield, and what defense, what a hit. So he dropped Planty, and then May dropped him. So one-on-one, head-to-head, trucks the defender. One-on-one, head-to-head again, defender basically trucked him. That's a helmet-to-helmet contact, but we don't have any targeting penalties in Backbreaker. They lose a yard on the throw. And they fake it. Rivers rolling out left and gets sacked by Gerhard. Looked like he was trying to run with it. He like turned up the field, tucked the ball and everything. I guess he was just going to take that sack. Great play there. The pass rush, they didn't even send that many, and they got back there pretty quick. 3rd and 14, so maybe a stop. Normally defense way more prevalent in Backbreaker, but not today. And incomplete. Intended for Keenan Allen. And, oh yeah, great coverage. Incomplete. 4th and 14, so they finally get a stop. That's exactly what they need. I mean, they're going to need to get a stop and score and repeat that process like 3 or 4 more times to get back in this game. But hey, you never know. And Waxworth usually very good returner, but, or at least usually above average, but today not really so much. 1st and 10. Throws this one to the outside. It's picked off. Antonio Cromartie picks off Waxworth. Lockdown play on the out route. Mistakes were made. That wasn't a good throw no matter who's on him, but Antonio Cromartie, great DB. He's all over the play. We'll look at this one more time. Here it is. Show you from Cromartie's point of view. Sees the out route. He's got his head. Look at where his head is. He's looking at the QB. I don't know how he saw that route, but gets the pick through contact. Hangs on to the ball. Nice play, and now they're in scoring range again, starting on the 29. They just got to stop. This has to be so frustrating to be playing for the Spartans, because you just got to stop. You got a 3 and out, actually, and then you throw a pick on the very next play, very next possession. Here they go counter run. Tomlinson loses 2. He got shoelace tackled, but I don't know, clotheslined in the abdomen. That looked weird. 2nd down. Rivers is under center. They're in I form. They go up the gut. Tomlinson makes a move and gains about 3. Good blocking up front, and I think he actually made a poor decision to juke to the outside right there. Should have just ran straight. 3rd and 8. Can they convert? They're going to run it, and easily wrapped up. They try to give a draw play to Sproles, who has had no success running the ball today. I say no success because I'm trying to remember, but I think I saw it said that he had 4 carries, 1 yard. So yeah, not having a good day at all. And so they're going to settle for 3, which is fine because Nate Keating is not going to miss 49-yard field goal, and he had about 10, 20 more yards to go. Well, maybe 10, 15, whatever. They extended to 40 points. They got 40. The score is 41 to who knows what. I'm kidding. It's 41-17. And Spartans will take over. Try to get something, I guess. Pride. Don't really know, but he's going to take off, and he's got room this time. Waxworth takes off. He likes to do this. Oh, shoelace tackled. Nice gain of 23 on the ground. He's tried to do that a few times today to no avail. This time it finally works out. They didn't show a replay, so just real quickly, I'm going to show it to you one more time at speed. Nice run there. Moves the chains. They're going to need to do a lot more than just move the chains, though. They take the snap. Waxworth almost throws a pick. Wow. He threw it right to a defensive lineman. I'm surprised he didn't get sacked. Tries to go to Faraday, and what they didn't show in that replay was the deflection. I'll show it real quick. This is, I want to say it was, who was it? Yeah, Mebane, right? Yeah, Mebane had the touchdown earlier. He's D-tackle, but he drops back into coverage in that middle zone. He had a pick in his hands, but doesn't have any hands. And now they are looking at 2nd and 10. Waxworth sets his feet and throws what should have been a 1st down and a catch, but it falls off the hands of, I believe, McQuinn. Yeah. Or is that his name? Yeah, I think it's McQuinn. Drops that pass, and now they're looking at 3rd and 10. Waxworth gonna throw again. Had to step up in the pocket, and Phillips gets his 3rd sack of the game. Waxworth, this Spartans O-line is definitely subpar, and it crumbles to pieces on that play. They had 2 missed blocks right off the bat, and Waxworth was able to make one guy miss, but not able to, didn't even see the other guy coming. And now they have to punt. So the Chargers will take over on their own 34-yard line. 2 minutes left, just about, in the 3rd quarter, so still a lot of football to go. With all the scoring, this game is going by actually kind of slow in terms of, right now, I think we should be in the 4th quarter. It feels like we should be in the 4th quarter. Nowhere on the 1st down run. 2nd and 10. Come out split backs, but they're going to pass, and they pass to a back, and Tomlinson with some space jukes and dives forward. 8-yard gain. Nice play to make third down much easier. There's that replay. Jukes inside and kind of got thrown forward by his own teammate. 3rd and 2. And they dive, and Sproles loses a yard. So he has 0 yards on all 5 carries if you combine them. They try to dive, and the Spartans are ready for it. Spartans gambled that they were going to try and get that short yardage. They're trying to run it in that short yardage situation. And they gambled correctly. And now they've got another stop, forcing a punt. I say another stop like they've got a lot. It's not because they've got a lot. It's because their stops are so few and far between that it's surprising when they actually get one. 1st and 10, Spartans. He goes over the top to his tight end, Nevlin. That's his first catch, and I think his first target. 18 yards. Not a bad look there. He was wide open. And they moved the chains. After the first down throw, here's another first down throw. And they complete their first completion to McKenzie. 9 yards. So, second string receiver to start this game out, McKenzie. But he's been targeted less than some 3rd and 4th string receivers. That's, I think, his first target. So they're mixing it up and moving the ball. 2nd and 1. Leary, a nice gain of 6 for Jack Leary. Had a pretty decent hole right there. They move the chains. Look at this. Some more offense. And a bomb unleashed down the field, and it's caught for a touchdown. Jordan Faraday does it again. That's his 3rd touchdown in the game. What just happened? Waxworth, for the 3rd time today, just throws up a prayer to Jordan Faraday. I mean, granted, the first 2 prayers he threw up made some sense. This one's double coverage. I didn't like this at all. This decision, and it worked out perfectly. We're just gonna stick with this camera view on this replay. Scanning the field, just throw it up. It's a prayer. Throws up a bomb. I don't know why no one plays the receiver here, and then he just slips right past them. Touchdown. Jordan Faraday, what a play. Cut into that lead. After this, it'll be 41-24. Extra point is up. It's good. And that's our score with 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Spartans are not quite out of it just yet. But it's going to take a very, very good effort in the 4th quarter for them to come back and get this game close. So the return is taken to the 30. Or to the 29. And the Chargers will come out split back. Rivers takes a snap from under center. Scanning, and he just throws it to the left side again to Tomlinson. And he goes nowhere. No gain. They've been trying to keep it simple ever since they've got this big lead, which makes sense. Don't do anything crazy and turn the ball over. But right there, almost too predictable. 2nd and 10. Rivers fakes the pitch and throws this one. I think he just threw it in the dirt. Let's check. Even though this stream has gone way longer than normal in terms of where we're at. We're not even in the 4th quarter yet. Is there? Oh, no, there's a receiver. I don't know if he just threw it in the dirt or what. I'm not sure what he was doing, but incomplete. 3rd and 10. Throws this one middle. It's tipped up in the air and incomplete. So 3 and out. 3 incomplete passes. Rivers, 238 yards and 3 touchdowns, 10 for 18. I mean, he's had a great game, but he actually has way less yardage, I believe. Could be wrong, but I believe he has less yardage than Waxworth does passing. Waxworth goes and gets this return like a receiver, but he cannot make anyone miss today. They'll start out on the 36. We're starting the fourth quarter off. 41-24 is the lead. Waxworth, here he goes, making some defenders miss, and 26-yard run. So that's a good run. If you combine his rushing yards and his passing yards, he has a total of 361 net yards today. Nice run, move the chains. Pressure coming, throws the out route, and nice play to Sean McQuinn for 8 yards. That's a great read there. Pressure coming, throws it on the tightrope, and McQuinn barely got both feet down. I love it. 2nd and 2 from the 30. This play they lose to. They ran it right at Corey. I believe his name is Luget. There it is, but I don't know how to pronounce that. I knew how it was spelled. I just like I'm gonna call him Luget. Corey Luget with the stop. Now they're looking at 3rd and 4. And they throw this one out quickly, incomplete. Waxworth threw this one a little behind the receiver. Plus the receiver got hit by Eric Weddle. So even if he catches this ball, initially Weddle's probably going to make him drop it. And then even if he doesn't drop it, he still would have got tackled behind the first down marker. So a nice drive, but it ends up leading to a field goal. Cole Stein puts it up. It's accurate, and it has the distance, 52 yards. Roger Colstein. I want to look at the replay because I think that ball was like not that. I mean it obviously had. Oh no, that's pretty good. He could have gone what? At least 5 more yards. Okay, I was just curious. The leg on that guy. So after the field goal, they cut it to a 14-point lead. So 2 touchdowns now. That's good. But the thing is, they're going to have to get stops, and they've got way too many stops recently. I mean, I'm not saying that they can't get more. I'm just saying it seems like it's going to be a little improbable for them to continue to get all these stops. Jumbo set from not the goal line, and Antonio Gates, he hasn't caught a pass since the first quarter, and he catches that one through traffic. Picks up the first down. They used him in the first quarter to get their momentum going. Just some easy completions. And then they went from there. They haven't gone back to him since, but they've had a hard time moving the ball, so nice to go back to him. Smart play. Here they're going to pitch it to Sproles. He spins inside and picks up 4. It's actually like his best run of the day. He is their second string halfback, so limited touches. They come back out in that jumbo set again. And oh wait, I think Rivers ran with it for 5 yards. I didn't even see what happened. We're going to look at this again. Sorry, I was quiet because I was confused. So Rivers takes the snap, and he just takes off. He juked out a guy. Oh, and he slid. He could have got a first down. There's no point in sliding because, yes, we have injuries, but the injuries don't occur in game. So he had no reason to slide. I mean, unless he doesn't want to fumble or something. I don't know. 3rd and 1. So here's the 3rd down play. Very short yardage. And they're going to play fake, not playing it conservative, but they do get the first down. They go back to Antonio Gates, Mr. Sure Hands. And he picks it up, 13 yards and a first. First and 10 after the third down completion. They come out with 3 backs, and they're going to hand it to one of them. Tomlinson with space. A solid run of 12 right there by Tomlinson. Only 13 carries in this game. Combine that with his 3 catches, he's got 62 yards and a touchdown. I mean, it's a pretty solid outing. Pretty solid outing. We see running backs tend to struggle in Backbreaker. I'd say that's a pretty good performance, especially by a computer-controlled running back. They go back to him on the very next play, and he's plugged up in the middle. Goes nowhere. Nowhere to run with his line not creating any openings. Second and 10. They come out with that jumbo set again, and it's that same play they've been running. And Rivers just throws this one out of bounds. Not trying to risk anything. And that's pretty smart. Under 3 minutes left. Up by 14 points. And you're in you're in field goal range. If you're in field goal range, you can honestly just run the ball here. Which they don't. They play fake. They're going to throw. And it's picked off. They should have taken my advice. Someone named Jay Faraday. This is not Jordan Faraday. It's not the receiver. I honestly don't know who that is. There's a lot of Faradays and Learys on this team. Great pick. They should have ran the ball, taken the field goal, and they'd be up by 3 possessions. Be a 17-point lead. That'd be almost insurmountable. But no. They don't listen. And let's see, where's he at? I honestly don't know who picked that off. I'm very curious. Where is he at? Oh, here he is. Oh, that's a D end. I think that could be Jason. I honestly don't know. I think Jason's in the D League. It's a different Faraday. But man, this is a nice coverage. This is a really nice pick. Not the smartest of throws, and that's the second interception on the day for Phillip Rivers. It's crazy to think there's a game where they score 41, but if they give up a touchdown on this drive, they might actually be in trouble. Waxworth with plenty of time to throw, and his receiver drops the wide open pass. Wow. So Waxworth showing his poise in the pocket, waits for McKenzie to break open. That's the second string receiver. You got to be catching those passes. But he doesn't. Now they're looking at 2nd and 10. Waxworth throws this one. Faraday. Jordan Faraday with 8 yards right there on the screen. That gives him 250 total yards on the day. I didn't show a replay. You saw what happened. We're gonna keep going. 3rd and 2. Man. He's having a day, huh? Pressure comes and Waxworth's just gonna run with this one, and that's pretty smart. Juking out a defender, picking up 21 on the ground. You add his passing and rushing yards. He's 2 yards away from 400 net yards on the day. Waxworth takes the first down snap. And he's going to run this one. Breaks off a tackle, and he's going to go down for a sack. Luget brings him down -9 yards. Not pretty. They come out 5 wide here. And he's going to run this one. Not a bad play here, and good gain of 12 makes it much more manageable third down. He's really trying to take over with his legs, and it's pretty smart because this defense is giving it to him. They're trying to take away the passing. 3rd and 7. He sees what he wants, which is man coverage, and he's going to take off again, picking up the first down and then some. 25-yard run. Waxworth ground game. I mean, the clock is moving. They're going to have to start calling timeouts soon. But I think they're going to save the timeouts for defense. He is keeping this thing alive. He breaks free again. Stiff arm, juke, touchdown Waxworth. After the extra point, this is a one-possession game. So much offense, and what a takeover on the ground for Waxworth. He just absolutely dominated that possession running the ball, and he's their quarterback. This is why he's their kick returner. I'm just going to show it to you at this angle one more time. Scanning the field, notices man coverage, so he just sets it up, gets away from a sack, stiff arms this defender, jukes out Weddle. Weddle's had a hard time with some tackles today. Teo can't wrap him up. Touchdown Spartans. So Toronto has fought, grinded, battled, everything you could think of. They've done everything they can, clawed their way back into this game, and now they're only down by a touchdown. They have 3 timeouts, but this is going to be a hard offense to stop. This is a tough decision. You very rarely ever see onside kicks recovered in Backbreaker by the offense, but they're going to go for it. And this one recovered, I think, pretty quickly. Yeah, they do get to it. And so now they're down on the 34, which, like I said, I mean, maybe they should have just done a regular kickoff and tried to get a 3-and-out using their timeouts. We'll see, though. They run the ball, which is incredibly smart. They should have done that sooner, throwing the pick the last possession. And Tomlinson gains 5. That hurts if you're the defense. Spartans are going to call a timeout. Second and 5 after the run. They run it again, and he fumbled. I think they recovered it. I believe the Chargers recovered it. That was a horrible time to fumble for the Chargers. And I think they got away with it. Yes, they did. Wow, this would have been a crazy point in the game. It would have given the Spartans another chance at this. And this is going to give them the first down, actually. He just drops the ball. And, oh, wow, look at this suction cup teleportation. It's Sandman. Sandman with a very clutch recovery. And this clock is moving 3rd and inches. I mean, I guess, yeah, you have to call a timeout right there. You don't want them to sit on that clock, even though you're about to be down by 10. They run it. They get the first down, and Tomlinson, 15-yard gain. So more time on the game clock than the play clock, so they're not going to call a timeout here, just in case they can like force a fumble or something. But it's looking like the Chargers, after that nice run, they probably are going to be able to wrap this one up. And of course, they're going to sit on the clock. Makes perfect sense. Down to 5 seconds on the play clock. They run the ball. Tomlinson, he gains 3. Timeout called by Toronto. That's their last timeout. So this should be the last play of the game if they run the ball and don't turn it over. There's probably no promises there, though. They run the ball, they lose a yard because, of course, everyone knew they were going to run. But he doesn't fumble, and if they play it smart, if they burn the clock out, that should be the last play of the game. So, yeah, that does it here. Final score 41-34. Honestly, I'm somewhat disappointed that we didn't get to see the comeback. I don't have any bias towards any of these teams because you can't watch a computer versus computer game in Backbreaker. So with that being a thing, I have to keep my bias aside, which I don't have any bias towards any of these teams. But anyways, so yeah, I have to try and keep it fair. Anyways, the Chargers improved to 2-2 with a huge win on the road versus a team with a much better record. Well, they were 2-1, but yeah, and the Spartans take the loss, and now they're 2-2. So these teams are technically, tied record-wise, but of course the Chargers have a higher position ranking-wise because they won the head-to-head. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into the post-game stuff. The player of the game was Carson Waxworth, and they lost. He got player of the game in a loss because he had over 400-plus total yards, and Sean Phillips gets defensive player of the game. I think he had 3 sacks. Here's the team stats. It's going to take a while to go through the player stats, so pause if needed, but we're going to go ahead and go to the player stats. We'll start with Toronto passing. Waxworth, 318 yards and 3 touchdowns. His completion percentage was kind of low, but he had multiple receivers drop wide open passes, so I wouldn't put that on him. Great yards, 3 touchdowns. He had a great performance. Only threw 1 pick compared to his counterpart on the other side. LA Chargers Phillip Rivers, he threw 2 picks, and he had less yards, 262, 3 touchdowns. He still played really good, don't get me wrong. He had a good game. He did throw 2 picks, which I think Waxworth outplayed him, honestly. But still a decent game. Go to running. Start with the Spartans. Oh my God. A record for rushing yards in a game, 144 by Carson Waxworth. He's a quarterback, and he just set the record for most rushing yards in a game, and he did it on only 7 attempts. Incredible. Jack Leary, 11 carries, 14 yards. Oh, and I forgot to mention Waxworth did rush for a touchdown. On the other side, Tomlinson actually ran the ball very well. 4.6 yards a carry is really good. It's actually one of the better performances we've seen out of a halfback in the pro league, and he scored a touchdown. 78 yards and a touchdown. He did have a fumble, though. Looking at receiving, Jordan Faraday, 3 touchdowns and 250 yards. I mean, if Waxworth didn't do what he did on the ground, this is a solid candidate for player of the game, or at least offensive player of the game. 250 yards and 3 touchdowns. He went crazy. That might actually be a record, but I don't think so. I'll have to look that up. We'll see. No one else really did too much. Other side, Vincent Jackson, 94 yards and 2 touchdowns. Keenan Allen, 93 yards, 1 touchdown. And Antonio Gates, 68 yards. Tackling, a lot of people getting credited with forced fumbles because multiple people were on different plays, and there were a decent number of fumbles. So yeah, there's all the Spartans defensive stats. Here's the Chargers defensive stats. Phillips did get 3 sacks, and there was a few other sacks. Interceptions, Antonio Cromartie had a pick. Go back to the Spartans. D-end Faraday and safety Costin, both getting interceptions. Cole Stein, 2 for 2 on field goals. Same thing for Nate Keating. Nothing in the... no one scored any punt or kick returns. Let's go to scoring quickly. You can pause if you want to see this. This is like the score by score. See, they were on the comeback trail. They were down 38-10, down 41. The 38-10 is pretty bad. Yeah, they were down 38-10, 28 points. Only ended up losing by 7, so pretty impressive. Anyways, that does it for this game. If you enjoyed, leave a like. That's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Oh, actually, comment down below if you are a subscriber and I haven't uploaded in a while. Just want to say something, just drop down in the comments below. Say what's up. Anyways, sorry. That's it for this one. Peace.